monsters,
savages,
abominations.
80 years ago, the great kingdoms of the land above drove all monstrous creatures from their domain and claimed the surface of the world for themselves. Those that escaped the slaughter were driven deep underground, banished forever into the lightless reaches of the dark below. In this endless labyrinth of stone tunnels and caverns, their descendants still fight to survive.
And she's going to pretend that she's a fan of this dragon. She's gonna say, oh my gosh, I have heard of you before.
Really?
And I am just so happy that you're actually real and we actually found you. We've been looking for you.
That's flattering.
I look at Onera and salute and then go back into the shadows.
Yeah, sure, make it look so easy.
I will.
She gets angry and she just finds Dire and just tries to attack them with it.
One of this creature's massive clawed hands grabs hold of your wrist.
The cub yet has strength.
Come explore a world where sunlight is a myth and monsters may become heroes. Discover new episodes of The Land Above every Monday on Nerdsmith.org, Podbean, or wherever you download podcasts. A proud member of the Nerdsmith Network.
Hello, friends. Welcome to Shenanigoons, the Book of Fables. I am Angela, your GM for today, and thank you so much for the hype train. Heck yeah! I don't know why it said choo-choo hype fail. Is that the emoji we got?
That is the emoji we got.
I don't see it though.
It looks like.
There we go. Oh, he's a little doggy. It's a little kitty. It's a little kitty.
Owl bear, it looks like for me.
Oh, well, whatever. Hello, friends.
It's a creature. Hello.
Hope you all are having an okay evening. Welcome to Tuesday nights. Your chance to contribute to the chaos in our little D&D campaign. And I am very happy to have with us. Oh, I did get rid of Harland having peanut on his head. In respect for Oliette, we're gonna move Peanut over to Oliette's head so that Peanut is looking over the. Oh goodness gracious, Bex! Thank you so much. We love you.
What?
I believe. Tell me what that's for. I'm having trouble parsing out the number.
It says 50.
No, I know, but it also says add some chaos, so I wanted to know what that's for. So either message me or put it in chat what that's for, and I will appropriately share it around. So why not start with that?
That's $25 for Texas Equality.
That is. Bex, that's amazing. Thank you so much. As a reminder to everybody tonight, from now until the end of the campaign, which is steadily approaching, within probably the month, we'll keep you posted when we know exact details. But half of everything that we're making during Shenanigoons, whether that is Streamlabs or bits, correct? Half of all of that is going to be going to Texas Equality, which is an LGBTQ lobbying, or not even that, but like a support non-profit. I would say a non-charity. That's not quite what that.
It's not a chair. Yes.
But we'll be trying to do our best to support trans youth in Texas. because they deserve it, as do all youth, but you know. So we are here to continue telling our story. We are, however, also members of the Nerdsmith Network. You can find us at nerdsmith.org or on patreon.com/nerdsmith if you like what you're watching tonight. We really hope you consider following us on Patreon, if not supporting us there. Help us just kind of do the just do the thing. Help us do the thing. That's where my brain is today. So we are also brought to you and supported by some incredible sponsors. World Anvil. Yeah, please let me know what the $50 was for, Bex. Like what that was meant to go towards in terms of chaos. And I will do my best to accommodate. If it's rolls or something, just let me know. I'm going to put something on screen in case anybody wants to take a look. But we are, as I said, brought to you by World Anvil. World Anvil just came out with a new feature. It just hot off the presses, just came out this week. They just announced that they have put in an importer into World Anvil for D&D Beyond. So you can put your basic info, it's like, and we did a little bit of a breakdown of it during Discover RPG this week. Looks like it's a basic breakdown of maybe SRD valid stuff. So your stats and your ability scores and all of that can be uploaded into your World Anvil character, and I spent a little bit of time doing that with one of my games. I put the link in chat if you want to check it out, so you can see what kind of stuff you can put into World Anvil to run your games through there. But please check them out. They are an incredible community and an absolutely amazing tool, constantly doing updates. They have some really cool tools on the horizon, so I'm very excited to continue working with World Anvil. We are also affiliates of Hero Forge. If you use the link that we put in chat, you'll be directly supporting us. You guys are amazing, and Hero Forge is pretty freaking spectacular. This week, their Tuesday drop was a bunch of stuff from the Order of Death. There's a bunch of rogue stuff that's out right now. Some hoods, some really cool skull-looking daggers and things, and also what looks a little like a Death Eater mask, but all the things I've seen are people just making Casey Jones from Ninja Turtles. So it's pretty rad. So please go check it out. If you only have access right now, if you are a Hero Forge Pro subscriber. So take a look. If you're interested, Pro is definitely worth it if you are either, one, using Hero Forge all the time, so you want to have the newest stuff when it comes out, or two, you're just an impatient so-and-so and want to have all the stuff when it comes out. Either way, it is very much worth your time, so please take a look. Finally, we are brought to you by the delightful heroes of Castle Die Hard Dice. Tessa, as our Die Hard Dice spokesperson, would you like to tell people what's going on right now?
Today I don't want to tell people about it. I will sing about it, though. How's that?
Oh, please.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when it's time to play. You'll never know, dears, how much we love you unless you buy some Die Hard Dice today.
Yeah.
Come and get your Isa Sunshine Dice.
Sunbeam.
Now at Die Hard Dice. Sunbeam. Dang it, it was so close.
They are your sunshine, but get.
But they are my sunshine.
Sunbeam.
So close, not quite. But you guys should go get your very own set of the Isa Sunbeam, because these ones are going to Mr. Man, who won them last week.
Mr. Man.
So if you go to dieharddice.com and use the coupon code NERDSMITH, you'll get 10% off your entire order. In April, things are going to be changing up a little bit.
Yeah, so stay tuned. We'll make some announcements.
Stay tuned. There'll be some new and exciting ways that you guys can save on the best polyhedrals in town.
Well, not only that, we will have some. We'll potentially be announcing things on a show.
Yeah, we should talk about that a little bit, since one of those things are gonna be
and that is because we
forward.
are talking about the next steps here. While I'm here, I'm going to don't mind me. I'm just going to be making a copy of the Wall of Fog so that I can specifically fog out something.
No.
Well, no, I'm fogging out the thing we're going to talk about. Yeah, we'll just leave it. I'll just change the if either Tess, I don't know if you have access to Streamlabs. If not, it's fine. I'll do it later. So, as we always say, this is the D&D campaign where you contribute to the chaos, and the ways you can contribute to the chaos are currently in a box that is usually reserved for our dearly, dearly beloved Oliette, aka Chris, aka Chris of Hemlock, I think is her Twitter.
Chris of Hemlock, yes.
Which I will actually move the Wall of Fog so that folks can see the code to put in for Oliette if you want to get Chris's Twitter. But there are many ways to contribute to the chaos, one of which is, well, all of which are donating to the stream. As we have said, 50% of the Streamlabs stuff is going to be going to Equality Texas. And they are supporting LGBTQ rights in Texas right now. But at different levels of donation, you will unlock certain levels of chaos. At the $5 level, you will give the party a reroll. You can just announce it. That can be done in bulk. We've had lots of people giving multiple $5 gifts. Just make sure you let us know in your comment what it is for so that we know how to appropriately distribute. That is a reroll on any D20 that happens during the game. We are that's not the post. It's fine. I have to fix all my buttons broke. So yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I got it.
Thank you. Yeah, all my buttons broke. Yeah, that's a good point. All of the things that we just tried to do, I really should make those alternative codes for these. Let me make a note of that. So 5 tip and 5 should also be one of the things. Okay. At the
probably also tip 5 if it's not on
tip
there.
5 should also be yeah. Look, we're learning about accessibility here.
Learning.
At the $15 level, you tell us which member of the cast will be rolling on the Wheel of Causality, a series of meta and in-game wild magic that has brought many, many hours of laughter to this campaign. So please consider that. At the $25, let's skip that one and I'll go back to it. At the $50 level, you will unlock DM Ex Machina. Choose a player, and they get 1 minute of DM powers. I will step away, well, metaphorically, and they will have control of the game for 1 minute. I almost said 1 calendar minute, but I'll allow it.
Alrighty.
Finally, as you might have noticed, I skipped number 25. Now, we love you all, and we have adored for the entirety of this campaign how amazing Create an NPC has been. That being said, given that we are in the last legs of the campaign, I need to add an addendum that I cannot guarantee that NPCs being added into the game or being submitted by $25 will make it in. Anyone who already has one in, I will get you in. But I can't always guarantee that in the last, it's a handful of episodes coming left. We have decided that we will be changing it up a little bit. If you decide you really, really want to submit an NPC, that's great. What will happen is I will do my best, but in the event that I am unable to figure out how to get this character into the session, Tessa will be taking them. Because
give me your chaos.
We would like to formally announce, but I will formally announce with more pretty pictures next time, that we already have our next campaign planned, at least our next concept. ready to go.
Oh,
and
I'm halfway through planning.
Oh, wonderful.
I know where you're going and what's going on.
I don't know what halfway means. I don't even think I'm halfway done campaign planning for this campaign. But Tessa is going to be running the next season of Goonies, and I will get to play for a little while. I'm very excited. And Tessa will be running it. We will have more info about the show coming up, but it will come on a little bit after season 4. Fuck. We're 4.
We're season 4, yeah.
Season 4.
Season 5
Season
of Goonies,
5
coming
of-
in April-ish.
April-ish. And we will have plenty to talk to you about when we have more news. But as I said, if you decide to create an NPC, it will be potentially rolling over to the next season, and Tessa will do her best to incorporate them right from the get-go. Season 1, Fires of Valdara. Season 2, Season 2,
Spelljammer. Season 3, Book of Favors.
This is 3,
Season 4.
it'll be season
It'll be
4.
4. Sorry.
Season
4.
It's all right.
If you
Season 4
count
of Goonies.
2.5 was the
we could
3
skip-
episodes I ran in the urban fantasy setting, but that was an offshoot. It's fine.
We could, skip a season. Just no one talks about season 4.
And we are just over the moon excited to tell you more, but we still have so much of this game to go, so we're not going to get too much ahead of ourselves. Let's get to doing a very, very quick recap of what's been going on. So, last time on Shenanigoons, you all had arrived in Derakoi Se Derakoi, an arcane city in a mountainside devoted to the gods of arcana and knowledge, mostly knowledge. You haven't really encountered the arcana gods that much, but it is in a giant crystal mountainside. You each took responsibility of petitioning to a god of knowledge in order to get permission to enter the sacred the sacred archive, which is the celestial library where all mortal knowledge and most immortal knowledge is kept and safeguarded. So you are trying to convince these gods of knowledge that you are either worthy or that there is a large enough threat that you should gain access to the sacred archive. So, what happened was, and we'll start with Oliette. Oliette beseeched Ygritta, the goddess of knowledge and the grave, went down into a catacombs and spoke about memory and what would be left behind after she no longer exists, and what she doesn't want to forget and what she doesn't want to lose, and had evoked the memory and image of the queens and her friends and her mother, as sort of not fully formed as that image is in her mind, and spoke to Ygritta through the ghosts of those people in her life, and it was, well, we'll see how it goes. Then we had Harland beseech Akoshin, the god of knowledge and arcana, who turned out was a big old dragon. Harland got into a bit of a scuffle with the dragon, and did a bunch of things that caused his wild magic to sort of flare up multiple times, and good thing it's not contagious. That was just a fun little...
Except to us.
That was just a fun little magic joke, or a CD joke. Anyway, so... the dragon, Akoshin's, you assume perhaps Akoshin's avatar, was fascinated by the wielding of chaos magic, so like what is down beneath the cities in this island, the what they call the hearth of Bedlam, these pools of chaos energy, and fascinated, has decided that you and he must speak in person. And the dragon disappeared, like fucked off in magic smoke. Beza got into combat. Well, first, a hunting mission, very much her speed, trying to petition the Kenzurite, the twin gods of war and stratagem, war and knowledge, specifically. After hunting them down, she had to face the things that clouded her mind and kept her from her focus, aka some horrifying bastardization of Lucy Boos, the Pegagoose, which came in the form of a goose hydra that Beza fought and laid low, which impressed at least one of the two Kenzurite. The wolf has seemed to get in your corner and vouch for you. The sword wielder has not quite made their decision. And Paru, walk in the park. Just go talk to the knowledge nature god. It's perfect for you. Yeah. You end up going there trying to evoke the god Sopek, the god of nature and knowledge, only to find that Sopek is concerned with the immutability of the forces of nature and does not approve of futzing around with them, which is exactly what druids do. And that puts you both a little bit button heads, which is an interesting place to be. But Paru, you have evoked the name Mertenshaw, which has given Sopek, the voice on the wind that you're hearing, pause. And we'll have to see how that.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't try to just electrocute me where I stand.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I don't think that'll be quite what you have to worry about, but why not?
No.
So,
tree futzers. Yes, I am a tree futzer. Definitely.
Let us begin. Rather, let us continue.
Mm-hmm.
Beza.
Yes.
You stand at the carcass of the goose hydra.
Still covered in blood and carrying its heart behind me. Yep.
Oh yeah, are you dragging it by a ventricle or something? What are you doing? Oh God. Sorry, everybody. This is a slight tangent, but I just want to say that if anybody's been watching the Critical Role animated series on Amazon, they really do, like, some people complain that it's really hyper violent. I insist that it is the violence that is inherent in D&D just manifested in visuals, and not everybody realizes how violent we describe things. So, dragging the aorta of the goose hydra behind you, I'm just gonna pick all of the anatomy words that I know about the heart. You are standing there, and sitting beside you, like a good boy, is the massive shadow wolf member of the Kenzurite pair. You don't have a name. They come together. They're not identified as separate entities.
Mm-hmm.
It is sitting beside you. There is this sort of sweeping tendrils of smoke emanating off this thing, coming out of its breath. You see the breath is actually that glowing fog that had filled the forest that you are currently in, the dead forest. And as it sits there, not speaking a word, the shadowy figure of the sword master stands across from you both. And with a slight sigh, lowers her sword and sheathes it back at her side.
I'm fine with answering more questions if that'll make you feel better about the decision.
Questions are not required. We are of the same mind.
Okay. What's next?
The swordmaster steps forward towards you both. And as she gets closer, there's a height difference. She looks down at you and doesn't kneel, doesn't seem to be like lowering to you, but studies you a bit. You have some of your runes are still kind of pulsing a bit with some of the energy you'd expelled in the combat.
Mm-hmm.
Mastery of the giant tongue.
Correct.
And where did you learn this?
From my mom. You guys know about the Great Archive, so you probably have seen before, I'm assuming, some sentient books, or like books that have other worlds in them, almost. So we got transported into one of those things, and we got raised by fantasy-fied versions of some of the Queens of the Fae. My mother was the version of the Queen of the Hunt.
You were trained.
Correct.
Very
From
well.
about 2 days old on.
Runes are a lost art to much of your kind. Mortals.
That's what I've gathered. It was definitely present in the book, but, you know, I haven't really seen any more of it since coming back here.
Giants of this world have fled to the higher reaches of the land. You will find none in your island. The last of them resided here.
Yeah, there's a lot of things a little messed up about the island.
Not least of which the Hearth of Bedlam, which has been spoken of to us.
Is that the chaos stuff that's underneath the chronograms?
Just so.
Then yes, that is a problem.
The Oak Father came to us, spoke to us of your concerns.
Yep, I think Aliette talked to him.
If you seek knowledge to protect the archive, if you seek knowledge to protect your realm as well as ours, then cooperation will be required.
All right, I mean, I suppose I have to have knowledge of how to get there and how to protect it in order to protect it, so I'm after that.
Draw your blade.
All right. Which one?
Dealer's choice.
She flips out both of her blades. Purposely aiming them at no one. They're aimed down.
And the sword wielder, pulls her blade out, and with this chalkboard sound that almost rings, instead chalkboard rings like a bell, it just echoes in the back of your head. Your blade on your dominant hand glows with this brilliant purple violet. And then you see runes, not of a giant nature, sort of form in the purple light and then fade into the blade, and the blade goes back to normal. A boon for your trouble.
Thank you. I promise to use it well and for good things.
You will use it for violence.
Violence is not always bad.
Just so.
Depends on what you're doing it for.
Training results in muscle memory, results in consistency, you will find your blade reliable in its ability to strike. Not always a tap into that primal rage that a warrior requires. But precision is just as viable, if not more so.
Mm-hmm.
Strike true in our name.
Thank you. I intend to.
I grant my acceptance of your entry into the archive.
At this point, she doesn't know necessarily what's expected from them per se, but she would salute in the way the hunters usually do, just as a sign of respect. Like she knows something big is happening here. She just doesn't know what they expect as an appropriate response.
You get a very dramatic sort of striking up of her blade right in front of her in her own version of a salute, and it whips to the side and then in one fluid motion back to her side in the scabbard. Return to your comrades with our blessing.
Thank you.
And there is a sort of thudding as the wolf stands beside you, takes a deep breath, and just exhales out that fog, and everything fills around you. And in that fog, you see a rectangle of light in the shape of that door you came in from. Little ways in the distance, but you can make a straight shot there.
Okay. She heads for the door. Am I still covered in blood?
Never know. You leave.
That's fine. I'll clean myself off later.
As you leave the door, you look down at yourself, and you are no longer covered in the blood of the creature from your imagination.
Nice. Blood's a bitch to get out of the grooves.
And Noctis, the red dragonborn follower of the Kenzurite, is still leaning against the door. Not bad.
Thanks.
Came up with their blessing, did you?
I did.
Well, very well. Let's go wait for your friends then. Not surprised someone in the Kenzurite's mode would be the first one done with matters.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty straightforward, so hopefully everyone else's has gone okay.
Cut to. Let's go with Harland. Harland, you are face to face, or you are in the middle of this amphitheater space, by yourself. And as you're standing there wondering, like, what the fuck? You hear a little clapping. Oh, that was wonderful. That was so good. Like, oh my gosh. That was great. And walking out from the shadows, you see a gnomish figure. Let me triple check that that's right. No, halfling, sorry. A halfling figure looking ever the spitting image of an edgelord. Long black hair, black war paint across his eyes, wearing dark roguish leathers and gauntlet, like wrist guards, has a crossbow strapped to his back, and a very, very big sword, like almost a scimitar, but really big, on his also on his back, and he's just like, that was just stellar.
Well, thank you. I always try to put forth my best effort when I'm in fear for my life.
Oh, that's the only way to do it, man. That's the only way to do it. Sorry. I was supposed to take you back to your thing, but I was just like so engrossed with what was going on. It was just really awesome. Let me, why don't we get back to your friends? Huh.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm Holland Fire Branch. What was your
shit!
your
I'm
name?
so sorry. Yeah. Cap.
Cap.
Yeah.
I got me one of those.
You're funny.
I wasn't joking. That was I do. Is it like you wear a hat? Is that cap? Is it like
No,
is it short for-
KAP.
Oh, right. That's a horse of a different color.
Or a different letter. Yeah, sure. Yeah, just come on, buddy.
All right.
I haven't seen a Koshin go wild like that in a while, man. It's pretty cool.
Well, that's him going wild. All right, and that's okay.
He's a little temperamental. It's a little hard to get in his good graces sometimes. But you had all that crazy going on. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we live in a society where I guess crazies just come right out of me.
We live in a society, that is true. And actually, I'm gonna clarify. The big blade is not on his back. You don't see the big blade yet. Because I just made a decision about him. So he's walking up the steps with you. And he goes, so you trying to you and all your friends are trying to petition the gods of knowledge. That's quite an activity.
I mean, yeah, we kind of want to, we got information that we need. And, the grand, great, the big library in the sky is the place that we need to go to get it.
That's fair. Yeah. Well, I mean, best of luck to you. I've never seen anybody go there. But that is pretty. It's a pretty stellar plan you got there.
I mean, you never seen nobody go there, but have
Get
you
it?
ever...
Stellar. Library in the sky. Never mind.
Oh, right, because yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, sometimes I'm a bit slow on the uptake.
Oh, that's all right. You got it where it counts, man. I saw that whole hit the ground. That was very good.
I've always been told that I have a really good panage.
Panage. Where do you get one of those?
I don't know how to. I only read that word. And I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it.
Heather is in physical pain right now.
These two, I would watch a show.
Same.
So you walk around with Cap, and you start heading out to the area, the main lobby space. You have a long walk down, as apparently the walk up is different than the walk down.
I mean, do we have to walk down? Is that?
I mean, what you want to go like? You want to go like Mary Poppins style and go down the stairs, like?
Can it do that?
Well, I mean, you looked like you successfully fell from a great height before, so I mean, I'm pretty sure you managed.
Well, that was what I was referring to, is just stepping off the side. But if we can slide down this thing like on a playground, that'd be quite That'd be quite the thing.
That would be pretty cool, right?
So can it do that?
Give me a persuasion check.
Yes.
As Cap
okay.
considers your proposal.
I'm gonna re-roll it because I rolled a 5, and that's not gonna quite do it.
I love the way we choose to spend rerolls. It makes me happy. It makes me very happy.
We use it on very random things.
23 total.
On the important things, Tessa.
Yes.
So, Cap sitting there while you're like, be pretty cool. All right. Oh. Propose a plan of attack, Mr. Blessed by a Koshin.
I mean, we could, like, I don't know if there's like a burlap sack, and we just sit down on the smooth part, and then it just...
I mean, it's a pretty smooth ride anyway. You see that it's like perfectly carved crystal. Like polished all the way down. The railing, that is.
Then, yeah, Harlan takes off with a running jump and just like Superman's it.
Oh shit, I was gonna ask for a ride, and he like runs after you and tries to jump on. Okay, so go ahead and give me a acrobatics check. See how successfully you do this.
I'm actually not terrible at that. I'm half skilled. That's fine. I got a 19 on the die.
Okay.
That's a total of 22.
Hilarious. I love it. He got a 19 on the die, so like Beza, as you're down there with Noctis, you hear what does she hear as Harlan successfully and artfully slides down the banister?
So we'll take a little bit of poetic license with Cap.
Please do.
Cap is playing a ukulele furiously while surfing down on Harlan's back. And Harlan just has his hands on his like overall straps, just like
I'm gonna say
like
it's not a real ukulele. He casts what appears to be like prestidigitation or some sort of illusory thing, and you hear the ukulele. He's not actually playing it, but he's just making the noise out of the illusory ukulele.
Air ukulele.
Yeah, basically.
Air-ukulele?
Sure. Ukulele. No, it's fine. It's fine. So you both, I was also kind of hoping that maybe for a split second, because Harlan gives me this vibe, that Beza hears a very goofy coming out of Harlan.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
That's just the noise that it seems like Harlan would make in a moment of pure, like, letting out stress, joy.
As he's falling down something.
And Beza, you look up and you see the two of them sliding very fast, I might add, down this stairwell. And
he's gonna be sore later.
Gonna be dead later. Sooner rather than later, depending on the velocity of that fall. And Harlan, I need you to give me a dex save as you hit the bottom of the stairs.
Okie doke. Well, I rolled a 10. That's a total of 11.
Oof.
I think he's having too much of a good time to pay much of attention.
Oh yeah. So you start get to the bottom. You're like, oh yeah. Oh, I'm not sure how to stop. And you get some airtime. And you are barreling towards a wall. Which you assume is very hard. But what were you gonna do?
I was gonna say, can Beza see this is gonna happen and try to get over there to like?
You're not gonna get there in time. It is too fast.
Okay.
But Harlan, as you are sailing there, you suddenly feel yourself like slow as Cap has very quickly with a flick of his hand cast Featherfall. So you just gently, you go from like terminal velocity to you just gently touch the wall. And you just land on the ground, and Cap's just like, that was brilliant. That was so good. Why have I never thought of that before? Noctis, have you ever tried doing that? No, haven't thought of it.
Oh, you should have done. It was a lot of fun, man. That was good.
I like my limbs attached.
I do need to check the fur on my belly, though, because I think it might be completely wore off.
Oh, that's why you gotta go butt first, man.
Butt first?
Yeah, you got the cushion there.
Oh, like, not backwards, but
no,
you
like you put your
on your
that's
bum.
why you don't like belly surf down a banister. I mean, it was more power to you, you know, but and as he's talking, as you guys are talking about like strategy and logistics of doing this banister slide, you hear a little, we'll say a little goat-like coughing from the corner as the Veritan has been sitting in the seats where you initially left her, the high priestess of the Knowledge Temple, and she says, "That is very kind of you to join us, Lore Master Achino." And Cap's like, yeah, I saw him doing this. It was really fun. Don't blame me.
Oh, I love you, Red Zep. I love you
Don't blame me.
much.
This is Cap's fault, or this is Red Zep's fault.
I love you so much, Red. You killed Kyle. Kyle is dead.
Yep.
That was amazing.
So, the Veritan.
I'm more of a Darkers man myself, anyway.
The Veritan says, "That is to your group." And you sit and wait. Paru.
Mm-hmm.
You are sitting in the middle of this garden. I don't recall what the last moment was for them.
I think it was really just her kind of like, Mertenshaw. Oh, that caught your attention? Is that what I have to say? Mertenshaw. It was basically,
as you say that, a whirling torrent of wind and rain, and just it's not so much scary as it's just loud, and it sort of just disrupts you being able to continue pestering him with that name. And you are overtaken by that sound, and then there is just silence, this quiet, as it all rests, almost like he was letting out a bit of frustration. And you hear, like everything, like when you're connecting and communing with nature, like it is all speaking with little voices, all in this chorus, in Sopek's words. Enough. The threat of such an incursion on the archive cannot be left unanswered.
I agree.
And you have come to us with willingness to serve that end. To protect.
Yes. All I do is to protect nature.
All our philosophical disagreements aside, an alliance may be struck. Mutually beneficial agreement that the whole of nature is more important than the method of.
All right.
I will provide my permission to join us at the archive.
Thank you.
Have my blessing.
Thank you. I will do my best not to sully it with actions you would deem reprehensible. We have a common goal.
Very well. You may return to your friends.
Thank you. She kind of gives a little half bow.
With a token for your journey. And you feel somewhere near you a burst of growth. A massive leaf emerging from a large thicket of these branches and plants. It's bigger than your head. And it lowers down and starts to fold in on itself. Almost like origami, like it's just... And by the time it reaches the ground, as it's sort of folding itself down, on the ground, you see a bag. It's like a messenger bag.
Okay. He just picks it up.
Has a massive leaf, sort of made, in it. Has a little snap on it.
This is lovely. Thank you. I peek inside the bag just because I'm curious.
You don't see anything, except you do feel a sudden sort of gentle gust of wind, pure and fresh mountain air kind of lift up from inside the bag when you open it. And you feel that air sort of surround you and give you this feeling of purpose. Like you feel confident that you have gained some sort of token of favor from Sopek.
Thank you.
Come to the archive, and we will resolve this.
Yes, sir.
So you take your bag and start heading out of the garden. Though you did mention you would like to do something on your way.
She is very much wanting to go check on that little creature, but she also doesn't want to piss anybody off.
You mean Peanut?
She doesn't know. He just he teleported. Yeah. You're fine.
He finished with Beza.
I forgot. I'm not gonna have her do that actually. I want to do something, but it's probably a terrible idea.
I mean, what is this show for?
So just as she's leaving, she says, "Thank you. A parting gift for you as well."
No.
And she makes a rosebush bloom, and then
God.
and then whoop,
Get the fuck out.
Giggles all the way down.
God damn it. Fucking druids. No, you don't hear that.
I couldn't help it. I was like, oh, I want to poke the badger. I'm terrible. That's very pretty.
Okay. So, you start making your way back, to the, well, you, I believe are intercepted by, probably Patina, maybe? I don't remember if Patina took you or not, but we'll say Patina did. And you meet the Warforged at the entrance to the garden.
Yes, it was Patina, because I did something, I don't remember what it was, but I did, I gave her some wax.
You druid crafted her beeswax so that she could
Oh, that's
waterproof
right.
her bits that were metal.
Patina is actually he, they. But give me a nature check real quick, Paru.
17.
17. As you pass by and make your way through the garden, you start noting that there is a bunch of, like really beautiful but really rare plants. You recognize a few of them, like what would have been in the garden in the book. Things that would be very useful for healing spells and things of that nature.
Patina, is it alright
nature
if I
joke.
harvest some of these?
The garden is meant for aiding and assisting others. Anything here can be harvested if you harvest with conscientious care.
Of course. Thank you. So she's going to take some time to harvest those materials very carefully.
Awesome. So you do.
Make sure.
So you harvest enough of these very rare materials, and we will say that will satisfy some of the material components for some things you are worried about possibly needing access to. So we will say that counts as components for the purposes of that stuff. You fill your component pouch and you have what you need.
Cool.
All right, so you start heading downward, and you find that Beza and Harland are both downstairs already.
How'd it go?
Fine. I fought a goose hydra.
I fought a dragon. Well, I played aggressively at a dragon.
That's I smart-mouthed a god.
Oh, that's a good one.
Bettina looks down at you like, you what?
I think I might have by accident. I wasn't trying to, but I think they might have taken it that way.
Mine was definitely purposeful.
Hmm. Sorry, Bettina.
That tracks.
We, I don't know. I think 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 we
Has slight difference of opinion. Well, it looks like we're all spinning the wheel, and the remaining 5 is a reroll.
Lovely. So please take your reroll. Let's see. Okay. All right. Oh, let's do some wheel rolls.
Oh boy.
So as you all return.
We know what Retzev's favorite is on the
God.
list.
All right, let's get going with some Wheel of Causality. All right, who wants to go first?
Oh, sure, why not?
All right, Harlan. Let's see what you get. Harlan. Bum, bum, bum. Not gonna do that one because that one we don't do. Actually, no. That one actually, that would work. Okay, sorry.
Draw on the right hand.
What's that one? Hold on. I'm gonna go look at the, since I rolled twice, I'll take a look and see which one's funnier. Nah, that's not funny. All right, so Kyle, you got whose line? I will grab 3 more lines for you. Okay, and some of these, I'll be honest, some of these quotes, they just feel like something Harlan would say anyway. It's just...
Context is king.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so let me I'll set these up format-wise so that they end up in spoiler
Individual
tags
spoilers,
for
yep.
you. And what will happen is over the course of the session, you have to use these quotes, all 3, and you have to set them up, and then you unspoiler tag them and see what you get. You don't get to know what you're saying.
Last time I called my mom a cow.
No, your mom called herself a cow in the throes of lovemaking. Anyway, it's a difference. You're just quoting your mother. So there are the things. I will not require you to do them in order. You can do them in any order you want, but just remember which one you did. So that's what we're doing. Okay. Who wants to go next? I was about to say Tessa, but I won't make you. Heather. Beza. Dun, finding out what goes on. Beza got. Oh, we did that one already. I really want to try to get ones we haven't done yet.
That's fair.
Hold on.
I also want to do ones we haven't done yet.
Yeah, I know. So I'm going to be doing these a little bit.
Shamogram. I don't remember which one that is.
Oh no, that's one you got last time. That's the terrible things from your childhood. Ooh, we don't have that one. Let's do this one. Link. Amazing. You must initiate and make a toast at the end of every scene. To the person who doesn't drink or imbibe any food whatsoever, you must initiate a toast. Okay, that's good. I like it. All right, let's find one we haven't done yet.
Good thing she has a water skin now because she didn't before.
No. Let's have to get rid of that one. Oh, we're gonna spin a little bit. We're trying to get some unusual ones. I gotta start removing things. I'll try one more just in case. Okay. Twice? That's a sign. Okay, Paru got catchphrase. Catchphrase. Each scene, you must speak either using a well-known accent or catchphrase until the other players guess what you're doing.
Oh, God. Oh, okay.
I can spin again if you want. I'll spin again, and then you tell me if you want it. Okay, hold on. If it's catchphrase again, you're doing it.
Fine.
Which was that one? That is... Hold on. We keep doing the same ones. Just give me a sec. I'm sorry, everybody. I love you all, but we want to try to find some good ones. Great, cool. You get Shamagram.
Okay.
So every scene, you must confess something embarrassing yet harmless from your childhood.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, everybody. We need to work out a way.
I would rather that than.
Well, for next season, we will work out a way to remove things from the wheel, or at least turn them off every so often, and then we will be able to do this without a lot of repetition.
I'm probably gonna revamp a little bit of the wheel too before next season.
Please.
Because I might change a few things.
Of course, you're always welcome. The wheel is the DM's purview.
Delightful.
Alrighty. So, you guys head downstairs and you all, well, the three of you, rejoin. Eventually, you find that, Nicket has arrived. And Nicket is, let's see, what is Nicket wearing or holding? Let's see. Yeah, so Nicket is holding a, sorry. Nicket's holding a dagger. It's very, very shiny. She, and it looks like it is small and beautifully carved with a little circle on it, and it has, almost like hours on a hand. Or rather, marks on a hand. That doesn't make any sense. Like the hand on a clock. And she's just kind of checking out her face in it. Oh, hello.
How'd it go?
Fine.
Good.
But
Make any new friends?
No.
Make any new enemies?
Maybe.
That's my girl.
She is carrying around something that looks very divine, though.
That's my kid. That's what I meant to say.
That's fine. She's going by she mostly right now. But yeah. That's my kid. And so she sits down. This is what Nicket is holding. He's very pretty. Oliette shows up next. And I will fill in the gaps for Oliette when Chris comes back. Beza, you realize you don't have the little hamster anymore, as Oliette is clearly holding this little guy. And Oliette's wearing a beautiful new necklace and is like, everybody, I found my new favorite thing. He is mine. And he's coming with us. You see the little hamster.
Oh my god, he's adorable.
We don't have Pop the Peanut things active.
That's okay. We're gonna, it's okay.
And
that reminds me of the time I stole my brother's slug pet because I thought it was really cute.
Did the slug vomit jewelry?
No.
I win.
Why does slug vomit jewelry?
Why does the hamster vomit jewelry? I'm just special, I guess.
To get to the other side?
Actually, I recognize that hamster. He vomited this up too. And she pulls out the water skin covered in holy symbols.
Oh.
I don't know exactly what it is. I'm guessing it's holy water.
That is horrifying.
Oh, he was in the grove too.
Is that hamster okay? If he's vomited up all sorts of random objects, I mean, that seems like all manner of nonsense. We should take him to like a veterinarian.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of us have reverse eaten things and been fine after.
Still not a thing.
I'm sorry, reverse eat.
Yeah, it's like when you eat something, but in reverse.
You don't have
I don't actually eat anything, and I don't have a stomach, so technically I don't vomit. So if something comes out of my mouth that wasn't there originally, I'm reverse eating.
Fascinating.
My dad calls it grunting down.
Harlan, Harlan, you don't have a veterinarian, but you do have a Veritan. And the Veritan, what was her name? I just keep calling her the goat lady. Veritan Florens sees the little hamster, says, "Oh, wonderful. He's still around."
Pardon?
Is he part of your... oh, it's just like, is he part of the church, or can, like, we abscond with him? Is that a thing we can do? Oh, you want to take him? Please. Please. Feel free. If you would like, if he wishes, you can ask him.
He's one of those incontinent ministers that travel around.
Mm-hmm. Please take him.
What's his name?
He claims it's Peanut.
Oh, ain't that the cutest thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Hi, Peanut. Do you want to go with us?
Like, digs into Oliet's bag.
I take that as a yes.
Well, all right then.
Just gotta keep Button over here.
Button's just like...
It's okay, bud. It's okay.
Little tongue.
So, what's up now? What do we do now that we got our library cards?
We're waiting for Toshi, actually.
All right, I forgot.
Well, and Villain.
And Villain.
Kyle forgot.
Sorry, I forgot. I didn't bring Villain out yet. So, you see, let's see, you see Villain come out a little while, and he is, you actually notice that they are, there's a little bit of light coming off of them. I don't remember. Did we say Tempest? Is that what we said?
Think so.
I think that's right. I think that's Kepeth, the god of...
Kepeth is Tinkers. I think that's where Toshi went.
Kepeth is the Tempest and Knowledge god, who is the god of navigation.
Villain was doing Ball.
Ball, light. That's right.
Yeah.
Light and knowledge. Forge and knowledge is who Toshi went after. Toshi went to talk to Bellon.
Thank you. My brain went.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Trust me. There's a lot of gods randomly that you don't have a lot of context for. It's okay if we're getting them a little confused.
You would think I'd remember because I made half of them.
Yeah, right. It's fine. So Villain went to talk to Ball, and Toshi talked to Bellon, and Nickit talked to Avari, the goddess of trickery. So eventually he comes out, and his arm looks different. It is not it's not the arm that Pimble gave him. It's not the airshell one. And he moves it, and it's sort of this little mechanical... Actually, you know what? No, it still is the airshell top of it, but you see that his forearm is exposed, and part of the prosthetic has been replaced with what looks like like his forearm is see-through, you can see that inside it there is like this glowing blue liquid, and hovering inside of it is a bone. If anyone wants to give me a religion
please.
check.
Oh God. Maybe not that, but I'll try.
Technically have that.
Yeah.
Does he have a reliquary in his fucking arm now?
That's terrifying.
Did Delane just become a good aligned lich?
16 plus 0 is 16.
Okay.
8.
Not for you. But yeah, Paru, you've heard of things like this. Yeah, it looks like maybe he was granted some sort of reliquary. A reliquary is a like the suspended remains of a holy person, someone aligned with a god. And he's still sort of like, the hand is still there, the off-white sort of almost porcelain looking gold or bronze and porcelain hand, but yeah, it's letting off this little glow. You can see a bit behind the armor. It seems like it might go all the way up his shoulder.
She walks over to them and kind of looks up, goes, "That a bone in your arm, or you just happy to see me?"
Gross.
Mm-hmm.
Did all y'all go shopping while you were talking with your gods? Because I sure didn't come back with nothing like that.
Oh shit, I'm so sorry. And Cap's like, I'm a dummy, I'm sorry. And he says, where the hell is it? Hold on.
I mean, I don't blame you for forgetting. We was riding down that slide.
Yeah, you're supposed to get. Hold on. You're supposed to. And he's like looking around for something, and he reaches out into the air and tries to conjure something, and it's a giant, like, massive scimitar. And he goes, "Oh, sorry, no, that's a." It's my little friend, don't worry about it. And he like puts it back into the air and lets it go again.
Hate to see his big friend if that's the little one.
And he then brings out we're gonna go with he pulls a staff out of the air. It's kind of a staff. It's more of a rod, so it's a little smaller, but it has like these bull horns on the top of it and like a bull's face. And he goes, here you go, buddy. This was for you. With Akoshin's compliments.
Well, thanks. I was, well, all right. What is it?
Oh, I don't fucking know.
Right.
Can't help you there, buddy.
So Harlan kind of takes a look at it and just puzzles on it and just like pokes one of the horns and sees if it like wiggles or moves or anything like that.
You feel a slight well, as you like poke it, it feels as though you've hit it harder, and it starts reverberating like a tuning fork with this feeling of magical force and a little bit of electricity on it. Give me a D10,000.
Oh boy. Every time I search for this D10,000, it always pulls up the same number at the outset. I don't know if that's my cache.
It might be cached.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, on World Anvil, you can create a character sheet and put a custom roll that is D10,000. So, for next time, Tessa.
2112.
2112.
Good for a bard.
Mm-hmm.
Give me another one. Because again, I hate doing things to the caster's home.
How about 2, 3, 4, 5?
Wow. Okay.
I have concerns.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a spell book, do you?
No.
I was gonna say.
I am the spell book.
Okay.
I can roll another one.
No, it's good. I'll figure it out. Nothing happens.
Cool.
But you suddenly feel like you are attuned to the item. Haru, you also feel when you were given that bag that you were attuned to the item. Beza, you also feel like you are attuned to whatever was done to your sword. I will send you the character or the item descriptions, but I will be giving you a hint right now for everybody on stream. Beza, you have been given the Sovereign Seed duffel. This bag is linked to an extraplanar garden.
I think that's Paru.
Paru, you got the Sovereign Seed. I'm so sorry. Yes, Paru. Yeah. You got the Sovereign Seed duffel. This messenger bag is linked to an extraplanar garden. Ooh. You can use an action to pull a seed from the bag and place or throw it at a target within 30 feet of you, or a point within 30 feet of you. Alternatively, you can pull a seed from the bag when you make a ranged attack with a sling and use the sling use the seed as ammunition. You choose which seed to draw from the bag each time, and each one has an effect that triggers on impact. And then there's some details about that. Some of the things you can do with it. Bamboo Colonnade, which creates a dense copse of bamboo erupting from the place. Haze Bloom, when the seed impacts, you dissolve into mist and reappear in an unoccupied space within 5 feet of the point you threw.
Nice.
Moss Glove, the seed grows into an animal woven from reeds and covered in soft moss. Takes the form of a beast of challenge rating 1 or lower, and it is considered a plant, is vulnerable to fire damage, and is friendly to you and your companions and obeys your verbal commands with no action by you required.
Nice.
Size Mycelium. Mycelium weaves through the ground in a 20-foot cube, and when a creature other than you enters this area or moves inside it, the mycelium bursts, destroying itself and blasting debris outward. You have to make a 17 dex save. Make a 17 dex save or take 3d12 bludgeoning damage or half. The mycelium lasts for 1 hour if it is not triggered. And finally, Twisting Thistle. This seed replicates the effects of the Entangle spell save DC 17. Centered on the seed with the following change. A creature restrained by the weeds and vines takes 2d6 piercing damage from the plant's thorns at the start of each of its turns.
I like this.
And if you have a Sovereign Seed satchel, you can use an action to transplant one of its seeds to the duffel. If you spend at least 1 hour in the next 7 days tending to the seed, it takes root and is added to the Sovereign Seed's seed options. Cool. If the transplanted seed has a saving throw, its DC is increased to 17. Only one transplanted seed can grow in the duffel at a time, which can be removed with 8 hours of work. No. That is what you get.
Awesome.
Beza, your sword is now the Form of Order. As you pull out the blade next time, you hear almost the ticking of the metronomes. You gain a +3 to your attacks and damage rolls. And if your AC is an odd number without using the sword, you gain a +1 to your AC when you're attuned to the sword.
Nice.
The abilities. AC bonuses from a spell or other temporal magical effects do not affect the bonus given by the sword. So, when Equalize is one of the abilities. When a creature that you can see within 30 feet of you makes an attack roll, abilities check, or saving throw with advantage or disadvantage, you can use your reaction to force that creature to make a charisma save, and if they fail the save, they make it without advantage or disadvantage, and a willing creature can choose to fail that save. You can negate advantage or disadvantage with it.
Nice.
Field of predictability. You can use a bonus action to cause the blade to emit a field of predictability for 1 minute. First time a creature within the field makes an attack roll or ability check, it must also succeed on a charisma save, and on a failed save, the d20 is treated as a 10. A willing creature can choose to fail the save, but must do so before rolling a d20. And you can only use that once per dawn. And yeah.
So basically, one of my rapiers is now a +3 rapier.
Yep.
Nice.
Enjoy. Harland, you have received the Rod of Reverberation. This rod bears the embossed likeness of an ox, where it splits into 2 horn-like prongs. The rod has 3 charges. It gains all expended charges daily at dawn. When you hold the rod, you can use your reaction when another creature hits you with a melee attack to expend one of the rod's charges to increase your AC by 1d6 for that attack, potentially causing the attack to miss you. If the attack misses as a result of this, the attacker must also make a Constitution save, and on a failed save, they take 1d10 lightning and 1d10 thunder and have disadvantage on the next attack roll they make until the end of its next turn. And on a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and makes the next attack as normal. So yeah.
Very nice. Excellent.
And
I do like additional AC because I'm squishy.
So the and Villain is able to tell you that the Guardian's Reliquary that he has gotten access to lets him cast some healing and protection spells, and also has a bit of a nuclear option. But we'll hold on to that just in case. I don't necessarily. I'm a little attached to it right now.
That's fine.
Cap, if you could let Akosha know that I'm mighty grateful.
I'm sure he already knows. He's kind of all knowing like that.
Yeah. I mean, if you could, there's a family saying that we have that, as a thing of thanks, and I want to say it to Akoshin.
What was it saying?
There's a surprise for you in my bed.
I'm going to choose not to convey that to Akoshin. But thank you. If that's true, thank you very much.
Got a real friendly family.
Apparently.
You see that Nicket's just sort of admiring her new blade.
Did you get a shiny?
I did. I like it.
I'll
Where's
take it.
your brother.
I don't know.
Don't you normally keep tabs on each other?
Yeah, we went to separate things though. I don't know. She's just like staring. She's just like admiring the knife. What's her name? The other cleric said that they were getting along famously.
That's good.
And eventually you hear, it takes a while, but you hear Toshi coming back, and just very just in a very good mood.
What'd you get, bud?
Oh, what?
Hi.
Get
back?
Yeah.
Awesome.
well.
How'd it go?
Oh, great. No, had a really, I'm sorry, I lost track of time. We were having a very nice conversation.
That's okay.
But,
Glad to hear it.
yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice just to, sit back and have a good conversation with someone.
I thought so. Yeah, I'm very excited to get going. I know where we're going.
Oh?
That's good. One of us does.
We're going to the, what you call it? There's a gateway in the temple. Keep it down. Keep it down. Down? No, up. Up. That was Angela making a mistake.
Alrighty.
So,
Well,
yeah.
shall we?
Yes, please. And so, Toshi's just, kind of walking upwards. And Toshi puts, you then note, it's then you notice that Toshi has a pair of goggles on his head.
Do you get a new toy?
What? Oh, yeah, I did.
Nice. Your sibling did too.
Ooh, shiny. And he just, they both look very, what would I describe it as? They both look like they're very entranced, like they did just talk to gods. And so there's this little bit of, wow. kind of coming off of them right now.
Did this count as a scene change since we're going somewhere else?
It does count as a scene change.
All right, as we're getting ready to leave, Base is like, oh, wait. We should have a toast.
Everyone stares at you.
Toast?
She pulls out the holy water skin because I don't have a different one.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect.
To Peanut, the newest kiddo to join our group. And she takes a sip and drinks water.
Oliette's like, I'll allow it. And points at Harlan. Not a kid. Not our kid. He's just the best friend I've ever had. I mean, I'll miss Richard, but
she can't even remember his name.
Don't judge me. I just got jewelry. It's not my fault I'm blinded by my own beauty right now. Anyway, sorry.
I mean,
I am taking tremendous liberties here with Oliette, so I apologize in advance. So you all start climbing up the stairs, these beautiful crystal stairs, and you are followed by the Veritan. And the Veritan says, as you have been granted access to the archive, we are within our rights to take you to the gate so that you may pass. It is a very challenging endeavor to open the gate. But with the gods' blessings, it will be significantly less trying.
I mean, couldn't you just, grease up the hinges?
It is not that type of gate.
Then couldn't you just, oil up the wheels?
It is not like that either.
I mean, if we need to go down to whatever local general supply store so that we can, fix you.
It
fix
is
up
one
your
of
gate.
those things that is more magical in nature than simply.
Oh, like a big G gate. Oh, okay. That's different.
An astral gate. Yes.
I'm not sure about that.
Well, the gods seem to be.
I mean, that's fair. I like to get to know someone's name before I start playing with their astral gate.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Because otherwise, like, what's going to happen? It's I just stand there and using an astral gate, and all of a sudden everybody's hollering and someone's screaming.
Mm-hmm.
Hoochie Mama's coming home.
Uh-huh.
Nobody wants that.
No,
right.
Nobody wants that. Thank you. There's a pause in the walk up as he describes this, and then eventually you all continue heading up the stairs. As you do, the light in this tower starts getting brighter. You are heading up in the mountain to the top, and it looks as though at the top of this mountain there is an opening where you see the sky and the sun reflecting off of all of these crystals like multiple mirrors, bouncing light in different directions until it reaches the prisms inside. This space is full of every color in the spectrum. And it is beautiful. It's beautiful, and you get higher up into this space and you see a little bit of a glowing aura start to emit from each of you. Little motes of light in different colors. Paru, this is not the most unusual thing to see from you, though granted that is usually little spores. And this is just pure magic.
Y'all, I swear I showered this morning, but I seem to be shedding something.
You are shedding divine and arcane light, Harlan Firebranch. As we near the gate, the Celestials see all of us, all that is us, our soul and our link to the weave, the magic of this world. And though some of us trace the threadings of the weave, some of us tangle it into fun little knots.
I think that's more my speed. You might be referring to me.
Perhaps.
Like my ears started burning, and there's quite a lot of them.
Did you get that looked at?
Hey, didn't someone say that you were a veterinarian?
Veritan. But yes, suppose. Why?
Well, I mean, can you take a look at them?
Well, I am a follower of, among others, Vindica. I might be able to check. And she kind of glances and looks at your head in a very very like, okay, kind of way.
Is it contagious?
I do not believe so. I think you will be fine.
Oh, that's relief.
It should not impede your task.
just gotta walk it off, I guess.
Yes. Good for
All
the
right.
ears. It's a little smirk.
I don't think my ears have ever walked, but I'll sure give it a try if I ever have the opportunity.
Is
Oh my
learning
gosh.
something new not just a journey for the ears? Pats your face and leaves you in your stupor.
Once my parents grew a mushroom that looked like ears, and I thought that the mushrooms were listening to us. It was really, really creepy.
Did you talk to it?
I absolutely did.
Lovely.
I don't know.
Valine just like, huh. Just a little bit more.
just a little bit more.
You're such a dork.
Yeah, but I'm your dork, so I guess it's okay.
Yeah, he takes your hand when he says it, so yeah, he's fine. And you all start climbing the stairs. Or rather, you all start funneling into the topmost space of this tower. This tall, vaulted ceilings. And it looks like an empty room. There's nothing in here. It appears to be some geometric shape. I'm not sure if it's like a 10 or 12-sided maybe shape on the ground. The floor itself. But you see all of the sort of interlocking shapes, the fractals of the crystals. And you aren't sure why there's nothing here. And the Veritan is just enjoying the sun a little bit. It kind of looks like a goat in a farm, kind of sunning.
This is nice.
As close to the gods as most of us get. To have visitants to our plane, to our space, so unaccustomed to our ways, so very antithetical to our ways, to have you arrive and be the ones to next speak to the divine is an unusual circumstance one does not expect to see in their life. And our lives here on this island are very unusual to begin with.
True.
Have you ever had the chance to speak to the gods?
Some of them, yes. My patrons are, as I said, Vindica and Bellon. They do not all desire contact with mortals. Some of them are quite prone to their solitude.
I mean, that stands to reason. If they're anything at all like us, there's lots of different folks. There's, folks that, like myself, are the life of the party, and then there's folks like, Nickit that would rather be on the edge of it talking about the life of the party.
What?
And then
Our life of the party.
I know. Odd, she's gotten a tood since hanging out with Misery.
I love her.
I can't believe it.
I love my daughter. I love my child.
Dear Lord. So,
my children are the best, and I adore them.
They are. They are the best. And I lost our trail of thought. I'm sorry. But you were talking. Go ahead, Harland. You were still talking.
Oh, just that's pretty much all I had to say. That I'm not surprised that the gods, are different in how they prefer to contact people.
The archive is a prime example of the knowledge gods being concerned with their privacy.
I mean, yeah, if it's, a vision into all things that have been ever known or ever will be known, I can see why they'd want to keep that, under wraps.
Well, we best get you on your way. And the Veritan reaches out with this staff that she has, and the holy symbols made of crystal that are dangling from her horns, her antlers, start catching the light as she moves. She's like this kind of walking prism. And all of the clerics who were with you on your petitionings, Patina, the sort of copper, slightly worn warforged, Noctis, the red little blustery dragonborn, Pimble's here, I forgot. And there was another one, I think. I'll double check. Cap's there, yes. Cap, Achino. And there are a couple more that you don't recognize. They just gathered knowing that this was a thing that was going to happen. And you see them all take a point along these thin lines etched in the circle or in the room shape. You realize that there is this elaborate celestial geometry that is there we go. There's this elaborate celestial geometry etched into the ground, and they each stand at some point, some vertex, some vertice on the shape. And you are instructed to stand near the center of this shape. You all gather in, and
to the gods of knowledge.
Yeah, the gods of knowledge.
Here, here.
And she takes a sip again.
Villain just puts a thumb up with his sloshing, watery arm and just... Maybe that counts.
Sure, I think it counts.
And Veritan Florens smiles, her little goat smile. I don't know what that means. I've seen a goat smile. And all of the clerics, all of these holy people, all of these archivists of divine knowledge, they begin to pray and chant. Celestial is a language that sounds a little like music. It has a choral quality to it, and when multiple people are casting something together, it rises in this very... I don't know if I would say musical in the sense of like, it's not a toe tapper, but it is this heightened, it's this very heightened experience of, it doesn't feel like a song, and yet it is as if you are, it's that old musical adage where speaking is not enough, and therefore you must sing.
It's like a bunch of different tones of wind chimes going off.
But vocal, yeah.
Yeah.
And so you listen as this is filling the space, and there's this echo and almost this vibration starts in the room, all the crystal in the space. Even Harland, the ox rod, I'm gonna call it the oxen rod. Even that tuning fork thing that you're holding catches the vibration a little bit. Kind of hold on to it. Oh, don't want to electrocute a cleric. And as that is all happening, it starts coinciding with all of the light in this room and all reflecting off the prisms all start converging in the center ahead of you, about 10 feet off in front of you. There were these, not to hit the nail on the head too hard, there were these god rays that were going down ahead of you. Sure. These little beams of light in different colors. And they all start moving almost like a spotlight has shifted. Like the crystals might be moving, but none of them are. The light within them is actually moving. And there was still these little particles of these motes of magic around you. They all start kind of flowing off of you and meeting these beams of light, and they start floating inside the columns of different colored light that they're all meeting. And as they start crossing, you see white light start to form where all of them intersect. And they start forming an arch. They start forming a door in front of you. And that shape fills with more light and this kind of swirling magic, and all of the sounds of the choral celestial praying and the different tones of vibration coming off of the crystals, everything just sort of crescendos until there is silence. And in front of you, there is a gate of light. No one speaks. What do you all do? It's there.
Harlan.
Step forward.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think now might be a good time to get something off my chest that's been there a while.
Mm-hmm. Pimble's next to you. What is it, Harlan?
You know, what the fuck is this? Maybe if Big Turtle gets arrested for nunchuck crimes, he goes to zoo.
I'm very glad. Well, that wouldn't be who would say that. Nickit is the only one who speaks in that moment. As everyone else is just either a mix of considering or just in awe at how weird that was. I wouldn't say that in front of Gura.
I mean, that's who I was talking about.
I was with him for multiple years. Committed nunchuck.
I did him with them.
We
just never got caught.
You would have gone to the zoo, or you would have gone to jail, but maybe Gura would have gone to zoo. You don't know.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, it's been a while. Like, this divine experience. I thought I needed to get this off my chest.
Yeah. Pimble's like, yeah, we're the right people to go to this thing. Yep. We're the right people to go to a divine celestial library. He pats you on the shoulder. I forgot. So yes, Pimble also communed with a god. I forgot he communed with the god of Arcana. And, no, he communed with the god of... I don't remember. We're gonna say he talked to... the death god. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
We'll make it. That's fine.
I mean, he's been around for a long time. He's cheated death.
If you wanted Pimble to come with you, I guess, is the question.
Yes.
So.
Also, now all I can think about is nunchuck crimes. Nunchaku crimes.
Nunchaku crimes.
They're technically illegal in California, so it'd be very easy for us to accidentally commit.
Just having them would be the crime.
Legitimately.
Nunchaku crimes is a great name. I just want to say that.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's a very good name.
So, and with that,
If not us, Pinball, then who?
lesser mortals.
Wouldn't be the same.
And you all step through one at a time, or maybe in pairs, who knows. It's a very large door. It's a gateway it's yeah. You step through, and you are surrounded by all colors and all white light at the same time. It exists in... It's gonna go on screen for posterity.
That was so good. I love it.
Thank you, Roctalis.
Check the mother's barrier.
That is... That is good.
Nunchaku Crimes, the lesser-known uncle of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Also very good.
See, now there needs to be a turtle NPC named Nunchaku Crimes.
Tessa?
I'm
Note?
I have my my
Make your
NPC notes right here.
Yeah,
for the next season.
Go ahead. Make sure you put it in.
Let's go right now.
Anyway. When you have teleported before, actually teleported, it feels like that sensation when you have fallen asleep and you dream about falling and suddenly you lose your place and you jerk suddenly and then you're back on solid ground. That is what teleportation often feels like to you. When you're pulled into the book, it's a little more than that. It's like you've jumped off of a 5-foot jump or something. It's that feeling of weightlessness, that feeling of falling is coupled with also a bit of being pulled. This is a different sensation. This doesn't feel like you're falling. It feels the opposite. Thank you, Retsef. Nunchaku Crimes will be in season 3, or season 4 of Shenanigans. Unless you're telling me I have to fit him in this season. You're doing it now! Anyway, back to my divine description. You feel as though weight is immaterial. You feel as though you are being pulled upward, past the material world. You don't even, most of you, I would say, don't even really know how to describe what you feel like where you feel like you're going. And it lasts for an eternity and no time at all. It is so bizarre to lose complete track of time. And it's not like you feel the passage either. It's a very transcendental experience. Not that you know this, but you pass into the astral plane and through it. Another level of existence. Something that mortals so rarely have ever experienced in their lives. And you feel like you have begun to approach a sort of event horizon where you will be somewhere else. You're still sort of in process. And Haru, Valain's holding onto your hand with his organic hand. And you sort of feel it. you also sort of are very engrossed in everything that's going on around you. This type of magic that you've never experienced. Divine magic is a very different animal.
Different side of the same coin that I normally play with.
You feel a warmth. You all feel this warmth of the light and like the sun is still shining down on you. And as you're holding on to Valain's hand, there is this little flicker of excitement that kind of passes across your skin, this little goosebumpy, like you're gonna go do something exciting, that also pairs with this slight and so she goes flying. This is totally wicked.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's hilarious. It's fine. This is awesome. This is awesome. And I watch Steven Universe. Steven! You don't know how to portal correctly. That feeling of like excitement, that goosebump, is partnered with a sudden flicker of shade through the light. God, I love the music cue sometimes.
I'm so mad right now. I'm feeling that it was coming. I don't like it.
That's all? You think you saw a little shade in the light?
Did you see something?
What? What? I don't... What?
Like, over there, it says... I thought I saw a flicker.
You're incapable of having a conversation right now. Everyone is just sort of taken... Like, your concept of the passage of time is faulty. Everything is echoing. Everything is sort of like shifted a little bit. You see multiple layers of everyone. It's like suddenly there's multiple, like someone took a bunch of layers in Photoshop and then shifted them around slightly. Everything's a little blurry and fragmented and prismatic.
I'm gonna try and focus in a little bit more on what I felt, because that seemed off.
Give me a perception check.
Come on, perception, don't fail me now.
Hand of God?
Hand to God. That's a 29. Natural 20.
Hell yeah. Haru, that sudden shimmer of shade disrupts that feeling of weightlessness and I mean weightlessness in every sense. Like, who cares if you're...
It's huge. Sorry.
It's fine.
Her tail just got that big.
It is... That idea of both physical weightlessness and emotional weightlessness, like everyone around you, what you can see of them, someone has really taken to this whole divine teleportation thing. Daisy's like, you didn't fucking take me! I'll make an earthquake in heaven! Sorry. Let me refocus what is probably an important pivot in this discussion.
So sorry.
It's okay. It's not your fault. It's her fault. It wouldn't be Goonies.
I swear to God.
It wouldn't be Goonies without this. You see it again. A little closer. Like a figure out in the light, casting a shadow over the divine light, like interrupting it.
I'm gonna grab my skybender staff.
Okay. What is everybody else's? What are your passives, Harland and Beza?
Perception. 15.
Yeah. Beza and Harland. After a moment, you see that shade as well. As it becomes a bit more obvious.
Is that where we're headed?
No, I think something else is going on. I let go of Elaine's hand to like actually grip the staff.
It reminds you of something. I mean, especially Oliette, but it reminds you all of the sight of wings. A very fortuitous sign in the book. Sigfinn, the great raven, very often casting these large shadows in the sky. And you see wings. Dark wings. Flutter by again.
Beza's gonna pull out her swords just in case, because it doesn't feel right.
And that feeling of weightlessness, that feeling of reaching the edge of something starts getting closer. You feel like you are almost at the end of whatever this metaphysical journey is happening. You're near the boundary of a plane of existence. You are near... Oh, what a perfect channel to rate us in this moment. We also make bad plans. Welcome, Raiders. Perfect timing. You all get a little tense, sensing around you this divine light that is filling this space as you're traveling. And then the light is broken by a figure in shadow. Directly behind Toshi. A figure with huge black, almost gargoyle-like wings. Massive black eyes, huge teeth. Armored, clawed hands.
Do we have time to react?
You do not, because you don't expect something to be coming through a divine portal, and it wraps an arm around Toshi and pulls through the light.
Toshi?
Oh yeah, and Valaine's also screaming out his name.
Pretty sure we all are.
Yeah.
Can we move?
Everybody give me a charisma check.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna make that.
I might.
Fucking hell. 19 minus 1, 18.
18.
13.
You have rerolls.
I won't need one. I got a nat 20.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Elaine. Okay.
Yeah, I'll re-roll. I need to chase our child. He's being taken and it's bad.
Who is all using one?
I used one, but my roll is worse, so I don't think it's worth it for me to keep going.
No, it's okay. Harland and Haru and Harlan and Paru, you, despite this feeling of whatever is ahead of you being important, being bigger than you, you are immediately pulled away, and not like something is pulling you, it is just your loyalty and your rage at an innocent being taken from you. You pull away from the draw of the astral gate, of the celestial gate, and you leap out into the light. Just as you have that feeling of cresting the edge of the outer realms, the outer planes. And there's this little bit of uncertainty among the rest of you as Paru and Harlan just disappear. And you hear Nicket shouting out, pulls out her dagger, has just a snarl on her face, and tries to go towards that edge of the portal space. And you see another figure forming in the edge of the light. You don't see wings. You see almost the inverted image of the door that was formed, the gate. This sort of more organic shape slashing in the air like something pulling it out. And through that door frame, you see a arm grab the back of Nicket's shirt and just tug her back through as well. Basic, give me another charisma check.
I'm gonna use a reroll because that was a 1.
Okay.
Charisma's not my thing.
Okay.
$15.
15. You feel a shove behind you as Pimble, who rolled fucking great, instead chooses to push you forward. Go get her! And shoves you forward.
Yeah, I'm going after Nicket then.
Okay. And you all stumble into the edges of this celestial gateway. Again, feeling like you have already crossed over the threshold to the astral and gone into the outer planes. You feel like you are in some elevated state of place as you fall out. And that feeling of being pulled upward suddenly feels like you are pushing your way through thick fog that's tangible. Like you are forcing yourself to push back on something that had been opened and laid out before you, and you are actively choosing to divert your efforts to going somewhere where you weren't supposed to be going. And the light starts to fade as you push harder to get to where the kids went. And go ahead. Oh, you're gonna say something?
No, I'm just trying to figure out if I can shift anything to if I can do anything to shift myself into something that can move faster. I don't.
In the moment, no, but we're going to shift to roll 20.
Oh gods.
And I'm gonna make sure you guys have the link.
My child
tieflings.
All right. Oh, hi, Chris.
They took the kittens.
We miss
They took
you.
my children.
All right. Give me a moment to set up. All right. You are suddenly in a space that is very much not the celestial gate, but also not incorrect. You feel that there's something intangible about this space that does feel correct, like you're in the right place. You are in a space of darkness lit by... I haven't shown you the map yet, though, so just don't worry, nothing's wrong. You find yourself in a darkened space, massive pillars going from below you to infinity and darkness. There are torches lighting the space. You are in a... You look like you're in a transitional space between two bridges, a round platform. And on the ground, you see an all-seeing eye etched into stone. A symbol you've seen a few times with things that concern the archive. You might be in some sort of transitional space near it. Perhaps you're not far. But as you sort of stumble to the ground, you see, in a rage-inducing way, you see exactly what you were afraid you would see. You see a figure that was once an ally, now taken by this force, by Merton Shaw's magic, covered in ink, full of these gargoyle-like affectations, these massive wings. You see the half-orc woman, barely visible anymore. Tusks are huge, and her eyes have gotten unnaturally wide and large, like a creature that would see through the darkness into your very soul. You see Katora Youngtaker, no longer... Well, she hasn't been your friend in a bit, and she is certainly not right now. And she has Toshi, like, gripped in her claws as she's looking out at all of you with this disgust, almost, this vibrant, angry, hollow rage.
Let him go, Cat.
There's no... The only response you get from calling her that name is this just sort of angry... petulance. This look that says you have no power over me, and neither does that name.
Am I in the same spot, or is it just Harland and...
You arrive as well on the heels of them, and your focus was on Nickit, and you didn't see what had grabbed Nickit. And when you hit the ground, skidding a little bit to a halt, you're able to catch yourself. You see across the hall, near, a bit across from where Cat is, or the thing that was Cat is, Another uncomfortably familiar face. But also not familiar. Not... You see a slight figure holding a book. Covered in shadow. Their face masked. Armor jet black, hard to see. Horns coming out of their head, and some sort of writing implement in their hand. And surrounding her is wave upon wave of ink and smoke. That is not how you left Amadine. And that is not Amadine. But it looks like her. Empty reflections in her eyes.
Oh, that is not what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Give me an Arcana check, if you want.
11.
Okay. What's that? 1 second. I gotta get all of our audio to shift over. So give me 1 second, because I know you guys lost audio. So copy. Give me 1 sec to change over. No, not that. There we go. Let's see if it works now. Can you guys hear us now?
Testing.
I think we're good now. So let's rewind a little. I don't remember what happened when we switched. You rolled a 17. So. I didn't do anything, Lane. This was Alora's doing. So, Kyle stepped out. He'll be back. You are... I'm waiting for my DMs to explode as Lane goes to yell at Alora, and Alora doesn't know what's happening. Beza, with a 17 Arcana, as I said, I'll rewind. Your last encounters with Amadine, there was a discussion that the same magic that Amadine was created by Her Majesty of Beauty, was the same, like, it came from the same magic that Mertenshaw used to create the book. It stands to reason that maybe this is just another creation of his. He knows what's been going on in the book.
Like her evil twin that he made.
Welcome. Say hello to Maladine.
Oh my god.
Nice.
And say hello to... Well, if I can get the right freaking window.
Oh, yeah. I have
say hello to the audience chamber of the Eternal Archive. I need you all to give me initiative rolls.
Okay. For some reason, Roll20 is not loading for me.
Okay.
So I might have to have you move me.
Sure. Just let me know.
15 for initiative.
15. Okay.
I am feared.
You
8.
should be.
Awful.
Okay. 15 for Paru. 8 for Beza. We'll have Harland roll. Let me have the bad ladies rolled. It's unfortunate. Oh hey. Oh holy fucking fuck. The kittens both rolled nat 20s.
That's
yeah.
My kids. Those are my kids.
Which means, depending on Harlan's roll, that does not necessarily mean that they go first. It does mean that they get an extra action on their turn. Fuck, they both rolled nat 20s. I'm so proud.
That's my kids. Those are my children.
They're like...
Oh, did Verlaine make it in or no?
Oh, Verlaine did too. Sorry. Verlaine is also here.
Sorry, I had a moment of blank.
Damn it, Verlaine. What goes up must come down. As Verlaine... You know what? I can make this work. Verlaine and the bad guys rolled nat 1s. So what you see when you first get in here is this... they are here and across the way from you, but somehow Verlaine got to them first and is like already charging at them, and they like slammed into each other. So they're like a little like engaged at the moment in a way that you all can act and they can't just yet. Oh, okay. Who donated something?
Oh lordy.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So Kyle, here's the thing. I need you to give me a initiative roll.
Okay.
And then after you give me an initiative roll, I'll tell you what to do next.
9.
9, okay. I need you to decide what you're gonna do for the next minute, because Retsev just gave you DM Ex Machina powers for the next minute. I'll give you a heads up of what's going on right now.
Retsev.
Or no, who gave it to it? Chris
did.
Chris gave you DM Ex Machina powers because Oliette loves her man. You do not see Oliette or Pimble here. They have not made it out of the whatever.
Okay. So
but here's what's going on.
I did have to duck out for a second.
Sorry, Retsev. I'm just so used to $50 coming from you. I just immediately assumed. You're the one just below Chris, so I read that first. So here's what happened. We have in initiative order right now. You are in the middle of the space that's in Roll20. You see the what I called the entrance hall to the archive. You see Maladine and Young Taker. You see them at the on the other end. Verlaine has launched near them, so Verlaine sort of threw himself towards them already, which is why he and they all rolled nat 1s. They are not acting yet. They are just like in a mess on one side of the room. However, the kittens rolled nat 20s. So they will get an extra action on their turn. And you don't know what their magic items do, so I'm just gonna let you roll with it. If you would like to invent something for the goggles and the knife, please feel free. You have DM powers for the next minute. You may begin when I say go. I will set a timer, and we'll have some fun here in the first minute. Aha! All right, ready? You good to go?
Sure.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so Nickit is kind of crouched down and trying to get away from Maladine, and has seemed in the kerfuffle seemed to momentarily forget the new dagger that she had gotten. She looks at the handle and twists the clock hands forward and disappears. And several large cuts appear all over Maladine.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Toshi, the goggles, Toshi has the goggles slipped over his eyes, and he is pointing in the direction of where the gate just was, seemingly trying to point out something that we can't quite see, but he can.
For the purposes of that, he's pointing to the middle of the eye on the floor.
Okay. And when we look closely, we can kind of see that there are still glowing motes of light coming from what remains of the gateway that may or may not still be active.
And that's it. There you go. Excellent. Kyle, you rolled a 9, I believe?
Yep, total.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So our initiative order is as follows.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
What's up?
I have to double check.
You didn't add your stuff?
No, it's not that. I'm potentially going to use my Ring of Alacrity for the first time.
Oh my gosh.
Because I rolled so crap on my initiative, but we haven't used it actually, so I have to reread the thing.
Okay, yeah, take
I'm
your time.
partway through it, sorry.
Take your time. I'm gonna double check something for Verlaine. I don't have Verlaine's dex in my head, so I don't remember what his full initiative is. Oh, he's got a 4. How wonderful.
Okay, so it does say, if you share the initiative, if you're going to share the initiative with us, then I can use my reaction to...
I am going to share.
Okay, so I'm going to use my reaction, I'm preemptively telling you, to switch initiative with a creature I can see within 30 feet.
Who are you going to switch with? Or does it depend? Depends. Okay, so let me just give that to you.
They do get a DC 13 charisma save to not swap.
Sure, but I don't know if you're going to want to swap. I'm gonna actually correct that. There you go.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to.
You don't want to swap? Okay. I mean, unless you want to get further up in the initiative and like swap with one of the kittens.
It's okay. They can keep those.
Okay. So we're gonna consider the things that you did, Kyle, to be the extra D20 actions that they got to do. And then we will have them move forward. So as we start, Kyle, I'm not sure what you did, but like, I'm curious what you envisioned for Nicket's ability, because if you did what I think you did, it's pretty funny.
Well, so I've been playing a lot of Storybook Brawl. And one of the heroes that you can play is Skip the Time Skipper. Mm-hmm. So essentially what she did is she started moving so fast that we could no longer see her, because she basically got free rounds of action.
Delightful.
She got time. Basically.
Amazing. All right, that's not quite what I gave her, but it's pretty fucking cool, so I'm down. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so you see Toshi pointing, and he has the goggles up, and you actually realize now that the lenses also have clockwork on them. That they look like little watch faces on his goggles. And as he points, he is going to, let's see, who's he gonna go for? Based on the initiative order, he's going to go with, I mean, hell, he'll probably do it for Verlaine just to like help a boy out. But you see him pointing as the clock faces on his goggles start turning. They're gonna turn forward or backward. We're gonna have them go. They're gonna go forward. So you see them start to go clockwise as he's pointing at Verlaine. And that will come into play. That will come into play on his turn. Okay. Nickit is going to also use her weapon and try to slash out again at Maladine. When she strikes, the invisibility sort of drops because she's actively like stabbing. And she is going to roll an attack. She's moving ungodly fast. She is... Oh, not bad, bitch. Fuck. She hits Maladine and like digs into the figure's side, and as she does, you see this little bit of a like jolt in her body as Nickit casts haste on herself with the dagger. Minute, or no, it's called hour. Okay. Which I don't think she gets the benefit of it this turn because she did it it happened at the end of her turn. That was the last thing she did. So we are now to our players. Paru, it is your turn.
All right. Paru is pissed, for lack of a better term.
Valid.
She did Nickit and Toshi get to move away from them, or they're
still there? They're like Toshi's being grappled right now.
All right. So Paru is going to invoke her symbiotic entity and give herself 44 temporary hit points with that.
Valid.
Just in case. And that's her bonus action, and then is going to cast Investiture of Wind upon herself and launch into the air, giving herself a fly speed of 60 feet, and is going to launch herself.
Sorry, I realized that I didn't give you guys permissions. Let me do that real quick. Goodbye, Tessa. You now have access to Paru. You should be able to move her now.
It's going to move.
You have access to Basin now. And
here, so I can't.
You have access to Harland.
Is each square 5 foot?
Yeah.
Okay, so the measuring thing is not quite right. All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The squares are a little off.
Then she's going to go right there, just so she doesn't hit Toshi, and is going to use the Investiture of... Yes, Circle of Spores, Druid. Investiture of Wind to basically swirl out with this miniature hurricane force of this... cyclone twister that is just wrapping around her rapidly, picking up any little dust motes or anything in that is just hurtling around. And the cat needs to make a Constitution saving throw as she is bludgeoned with this wind.
Constitution saving throw. That is a big ol' 4.
Awesome. So she is.
That was a shit roll, as is the common trope of me fighting my players. She rolled like garbage.
Awesome. She is going to take 17 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
17, damn. All right.
And she is shoved. Is she large?
She is considered, yes, she is considered large.
Awesome. She's pushed 10 feet off the edge, towards the edge of the...
Okay.
Off the edge of the thing.
Okay. That would be absolutely devastating if she didn't have wings.
Yep.
But, damn it.
That was a warning shot. Leave them alone.
Well, I was gonna say, she's still holding on to Toshi, so I'm like checking the...
Oh, I didn't realize she was still holding
She's
on.
grappling him right now.
Sorry,
that would have changed your actions.
I would not have pushed her off.
I got you.
Yeah.
So you just shove them back.
I shove them back, yeah.
Okay. So, you shove them.
I would not have shoved my son off the...
Young Taker hits the railing here. There's a little bit of a
Young
wall
Taker,
railing.
motherfucker.
Yeah, like I said, it's almost like I inadvertently made foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm.
Inadvertently, didn't mean to. And then it just worked out today. So.
Let him go or you go over the edge. And I will take your wings with me.
Blaine's like, you shouldn't test them. They took my hand. And they like me.
Thank you for the wind suggestion, Kyle.
For sure.
And that's my turn.
Okay. And then we have Harland, you are next.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sorry, having to manage browsers.
I don't know how that's like. Cries and like 6 windows open.
Okay, so Harland will take a moment and tune one of the strings of his bandor and then just play a chord. And it's an opening chord to one of the songs that people have heard him play before. But it's this one particular song that he usually uses when he knows he's got a really ripe crowd ready for him. And everybody, Toshi, Nickit, Beza, and Oliette. Is Oliette in the fight?
Oliette is not there. You do not see Oliette right now.
Cool. Nickit, Toshi, Beza, and Paru. We'll get back to Paru when she's back. I'll get 8 temporary hit points.
Okay.
As I use my Mantle of Inspiration. It was one of my bardic features.
That's very good.
Also, each of them can immediately move 60 feet as a reaction.
Oh, shit. Okay. Nickit's not going anywhere, though.
And it does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
Do you affected Verlaine? Or no? It's fine if you didn't.
Paru.
I just want to know.
It was Nickit. It was Nickit, Toshi, Beza, and Paru.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and the move has to be part of it has to be our reaction.
Yes, if you choose to take it. It says can immediately use its reaction. You go next.
No, I know, but I can't get roll 20 up, so I don't know how far away I am.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. You're about 60 feet away.
Okay, then I would need to use the reaction because I'm too far away to get there on my own movement.
Okay.
So I'm going to use the reaction to go up to Maladine.
Okay.
And it is just a movement, so there's no action involved in that. So Toshi, Nickit, Paru, you get 60 feet of immediate movement. that does not provoke attacks of opportunity. And Harlan will play another chord, and this like shimmering field of force kind of settles over his frame as he casts Mage Armor.
Nice. All right. I just added an aura so that we could see where you were on the screen. It's a little dark.
I don't suppose with that 60 feet I could grab Toshi and scooch.
You have to give me a strength check.
Toshi can move.
Toshi's grappled right now.
Doesn't say that he can't move. Because he can use his reaction when he's grappled.
Nope. I had him roll strength.
Tura
is very big.
Is that okay to do on my reaction?
I'll let you do it.
Awesome.
Give me the strength check.
I'm a strong girl, so.
Then strong girl, give strength check.
Strong girl says, "Fuck you, cat."
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 19 and a strength check, so that is a +3, so that's a 22.
Oh yeah, you yank Toshi out of her arms.
And
he uses his reaction to also fucking book it.
Yeah, so then I love the fact that this 2-foot-nothing little goblin just yoinked her son out of this creature's arms and is holding him back down on the side.
You don't funk with a Mama Gabo.
You do not funk with a Mama Gabo.
Hilarious.
She
All right.
you.
So Toshi is with you.
Thank you, Kyle. That was.
He's like, oh, okay. Thank you.
I got you.
Well, and technically, Nicket's free. She's just fighting.
She's not gonna move. She chose not to.
Test.
And oh darn
also
it!
has
I go fight and
bonus
give her
HP.
sneak attack.
Ooh, awesome. I have lots of temporary HP now.
Nice.
That is a total of 52 points of temporary HP that I have.
Okay, that is Harlan's turn. It is now Baze's turn.
All right. Bonus action, giant might to grow big.
Nice.
And I'm going to attack Maladine.
Okay.
And now that I'm within 5 feet, I think that means Nicket will get her sneak attack.
Yeah, give me a sec to get you up here. Go after Maladine. Nicket's back here. Yeah, Nicket will get a sneak attack. Rather, Nicket, when Nicket attacks next, will have sneak attack. So go ahead and make whatever attacks you're gonna make.
Right.
As you just get big.
18.
18 on Maladine. That will hit.
Okay. Right, so that'll be... Sorry, I had to find a D8. Right, so that's 19 for the first hit.
Okay. Okay.
That one misses. That's a nat 1.
That will not hit.
And that's a nat 20.
Hell yeah.
With my +3 rapier.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We're doing max plus a roll, right?
Max plus a roll.
Okay, so max. What about the extra D8 of damage from me being giant sized? Is that also going to be maxed plus another?
Yes, it was whatever. Yes, whatever you would have rolled. Max it out, and then
Okay.
Yeah.
38 points of damage.
38. Okay. Okay. There is ink splattered across the floor as you start slashing into her.
That's my turn.
Okay. And she doesn't say anything, actually. Katura's the one making the, like, snarling noises. Maladine, mouth covered, almost seems like does not speak. Verlaine is gonna go for Young Taker. And gets right up in her face as he's not running, he's just moving with like determination and is like, "Hey, you don't know me, cat, but like, I think it's fucking bad news. You should like, I don't know, take a load off. I can take it for you though." And like goes after her with his sword. And he's gonna make a roll with his moon-touched sword. That is a 17 on the die, so that's a dirty 20. He is going to... Oh, hell yeah, maxed out on his damage. Actually, no, he didn't. Got real close, though. It's 10, but then he's also going to bust out a smite. He gonna do a thingy. Where is his smiting? He's got smites. I know he does. Oh, that's what it is. He is going to... Oh, he also does an extra D8 of radiant damage. And then he, yeah, so then he smites, and he's going to roll on... Oh, he also has an extra action, or extra attack. Oh, he missed on that one. He rolled a nat 1, so he didn't quite make that one. But so he, there is a flash of light as he, blasts into, he slices into Young Taker, and there's this the burst of light sort of sizzles a little bit against the ink, as he does a bit more damage than he would have had he not smote. Okay. It is their turn. Beza.
Yes.
You take these slashes out of Maladine, and Nick gets right behind you, ready to, like, stab in. Let me see. You see some of the ink has shifted, like slid across the ground. And as it does, it grows, and you see it form another of her. And you see the other copy of Maladine slowly start fleeing by the look of it. She's running this direction. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. And you see that she's running towards a very, very tall, very large door.
Okay. Do I get an attack of opportunity?
She was already out of your range when this, this was stuff you had splattered on the ground.
Gotcha.
The Maladine that is in front of you, she is going to... Almost like she is carving into the ground. She starts making... Ooh, okay. She starts etching into the ground, and I need you to give me a wisdom save.
Okay, that is not my good save. question that I am concerned about the answer to.
It's
is
not
this
charm.
A charm effect? Okay.
It is. Well, is frighten a charm? No, that's different.
It's different.
No,
It frightens fear.
Yeah.
Okay,
Not
so
a
it's a
charm.
16.
You just made it.
That's good.
You you're gonna take half damage on this, which is good because I'm about to grab several dice. Yeah. There. Oh mother! It's fine. Everything's fine. 27. You take 27 psychic damage. As you see, in the ink that she drew on the ground starts fluttering up, and you see these horrific images of things that shake you to your core. Nightmarish images of the kittens. I won't describe it, but it's horrifying. And just things that just... You're not frightened enough to run from these images, but they definitely do take their toll on you.
Okay. Quick question. I don't need it right this second. I just need to know as we're going forward. So I used my reaction when Kyle made it so that I could run. But did I regain my reaction during my turn?
No, when you use your reaction on a turn, you use it. If you did not run, did you use it? Did you take the opportunity?
I ran.
Then you used your
for a
reaction to do that. When your turn comes back around, you'll have your reaction back, but not until your turn. Not until the round goes back.
That's fine. That's what I thought. I just wanted to double check.
So yeah, so when the baddies are done with their turn, then you would get it back.
Okay.
And then Tora. So with this snarl, you see Young Taker swipe out with this massive stone sword that she has. And I realize that she's probably a little small on this map. She should probably be a little bigger if she's technically large. And she's gonna swing at Elaine. Yeah, she's gonna hit. You see it like, it's not even a blade at this point. It's just a bludgeoning instrument as it just smacks him in the chest. And you see, you don't see anything crack, but like you see the air just as he gets smacked right in the, like, all of his torso got hit at the same time. He just got hit with a slab of concrete. And he sort of takes a knee when that happens. And with her other hand, as she swipes, she reaches down and grabs him. And is going to attempt to grapple him. Wow, they both did shitty, but Villain rolled a 1. My poor boy. As she grabs him and takes flight, she picks him up and, as if taking inspiration from Paru, flies over the abyss. And she's hovering there.
Oh, don't. Okay, Cat really just picked I want to die today.
You see that. You see Villain get dragged over the abyss. Beza, you see the other Maladine reaching for the door, and you see all of this ink start seeping out of her hands and into the crack of this massive door, also emblazoned with the eye. And then it's Nick and Toshi's turns. Nickit and Toshi are, Toshi points at Villain and says, no, try that again. And his glasses start going in reverse, and Verlaine gets sent back to the spot he was when his turn was over. So he's boom. Oh! Had no idea what just happened, and he's sucked away from young Taker. Someone just did a thing I don't... Oh! Aw! Retsev giving me rerolls, but specifically for the kittens and for Verlaine. I will reserve them for them. You may... That's very sweet. So his Chronomancer's goggles are the things that he got, and so Verlaine sits there. And then you have Nicket, who sees... Her passive's amazing. She sees the doorway. That's bad. Okay. And she rushes over to start dealing with that second Maladine. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She goes after, she disengages so Maladine does not get that extra opportunity attack. Just sort of ducks away and darts. And just for cool points, she gonna parkour off this wall and just like jump at Maladine. So they're in the middle of a thing. You all see that portal in the center with the motes of divine energy that Kyle described earlier start glowing brighter and brighter, and you hear more battle happening on the other side. More combat.
Ooh.
Loud bursts of magical energy. Harland, you hear a little bit of music. It's very familiar. And the light in the portal flickers, and for a moment you see Pimble with a hand on Oliette's pulling them in, and just as they're about to reach the portal, everything shifts in that space from light to complete darkness, absorbs every bit of light you could possibly see in that gateway, and then everything starts to shake. Everything around you starts to shake. You hear cracking and crumbling. The lights around the circle flicker out, and there is a sudden lurching forward. I need everybody to give me a dex save as you feel this platform getting a little uneasy as something powerful starts pushing its way through.
Yeah, I'm gonna reroll.
10, but I have wings right now, so I'm not gonna...
If you can fly, you're fine.
Yeah,
That's much better. Nat 20 for a 25.
Okay. Verlaine's fine. Nick doesn't make it, but it's not a nat 1. Toshi rolled a nat 1. I'm gonna reroll for Toshi. It's fucking 7. I'm gonna reroll for Toshi again. 18. Okay, so Toshi's fine. Nicket's not okay. Rather, Nicket failed it, but she'll be fine. So what did you guys get? The DC was 16.
I met it.
Okay.
25.
25
with a nat 20.
But I can fly, so.
Okay. As everything is dark, hard to see, you're not quite sure what's happening, you feel the ground shifting, you feel some of it falling, and everything shifts. There is oh wow, you all were exactly where you should be. That's fucking impressive. I didn't even know where everybody was. So yeah, you all see as a massive crack breaks through, shatters the eye, and you hear a deep, booming laugh. And that is where we're going to end session tonight. Mertenshaw found his way to the archive. At least the front gates.
Yikes.
And I think that is where we will pick up next time. You all are amazing. We will bring back in the middle of combat, and we will catch up on what Oliette was up to on the other side, because I'm sure all of you could guess that there is a third member of this little trio of shadow awfulness that has not been accounted for. Merton Shaw. I guess there's a fourth maybe, but it depends on how that went for her.
Traitorous bitch.
All right, everybody. That is where we will end. You all are absolutely fabulous. We will see you next time on Shenanigoons, The Book of Fables. Hold on, something broke. I didn't put something in the right spot. Everything's fine. There's just a thing shifted. It's okay. Anyway, you all are wonderful, and we cannot wait to continue this game. We are in the home stretch. We are in the last several episodes, and we are very, very excited to barrel towards this. Everything's fine? What are you saying? Oh, yes. Yes, Harlan turns into a dog. Everything is fine. Thank you so much to our sponsors, once again. Hold on, I really gotta get rid of this freaking thing. Something just happened and I need to move it.
No worries. Thank you guys. Tonight we raised $70 for Texas Equality. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. We will continue. Half of our donations from our viewers are going to be continuing to go to defending and promoting trans rights for youth in Texas. So we are very, very grateful to everybody who is contributing to the chaos in our fictional game while trying to fight the chaos in the real world.
That brings us up to 130.
That's amazing. We will keep giving you heads up on how we're going to be how much we're going to be donating. All right, we are once again part of the Nerdsmith Network. If you liked what you saw tonight and you hadn't watched us before, please check us out on nerdsmith.org, or more importantly, join our Discord community. We are a bunch of really goofy ass people, and have a good time. We're going to be starting to do some community events like watch parties and things. So please come hang out. If you want to support us as a network, you can do so at patreon.com/nerdsmith. And even if you can't support us right now, we would still love a follow so that you still see all of our posts. You can get a sense of what we're providing. And also, thank you so much to our sponsors, World ANVIL, the amazing campaign management and world building suite of tools, Hero Forge, and their always incredible artwork and 3D miniature designing, of which is where you get our player images and the images of Maladine and Young Taker tonight. We are also, of course, sponsored by Die Hard Dice, and be sure to check out the Avalor Issa Sunbeam set, which is our product of the month. If you use the code Nerdsmith22, you will get 10% off your purchase. Yes. Do that this month though, because some things are going to shift around in April, so stay tuned. Other than that, please. Oh, go ahead.
Do we want to raid?
Yes, I would love
Star
to.
Platinum Sass.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Sure. Can you send me the username so I get the spelling correct?
Yes.
Thank you. But before we go, be sure to check out tomorrow night. Thursday night is a romp through Ravnica, our Nerdsmith Presents mini-series event. They are also barreling towards the end of their story, and I'm telling you right now, if we end up coinciding with our finales being the same week, we're going to have a whole thing. We're going to make it a big to-do. But check them out. Every episode that you catch of Ravnica, they are giving people the opportunity to submit their name into their raffle for at the end of the campaign. In their last episode, they will be raffling off a box set of Magic the Gathering cards, as it is set in Ravnica, which is where Magic the Gathering is often set. You can get an entry into the raffle every episode. You can put your name in again. So the more episodes you catch, the more chances you have to win in the final raffle. So please check them out. That is Thursday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And if you follow us on Twitter, you you will get updates for when we go live with Ravnica this week. And I'll see some of y'all on Monday. I got some stuff to plan for the end of this campaign, so we're going to be doing that. I run Discover RPG on Monday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and I don't have a tag for that, which is atrocious. I'll fix that. And we are going to be raiding. You all are absolutely amazing. Thank you for continuing to support us and be with us on this little crazy trip of ours. And we wouldn't be here without you. So thank you so much. We're going to raid now. We're going to raid Star Platinum Sass. Please give them some love from us. Stick around. Maybe give them a follow if you like what you see. And just help paying it forward. Find some cool people on the internet. We're very excited. So please have a great rest of your night. Have a safe rest of your week. Make good choices. And above all, do us all a favor and be good to each other. All right. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.